So this is actually going to be the final update for the seasonal challenge of Finish 5 by Fall. And I initially did not think for a second that I would be even close to finishing off one of these items, so I did add in a sixth item just to give me a little padding, a little wiggle room, you know, just in case I didn't finish that one. And I actually did not end up finishing 5 products, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. So let me start with, you know, the more positive updates and the items that I was able to finish. So the first one I had was this gloss here from Urban Decay. This is one of their naked glosses. This one is in Love Child, and this one has been featured in one or two of my favorites videos, and I really liked the formula of this gloss. I like the shade that I had here in Love Child. It was just a very light, kind of neutral toned pink color, cool to neutral tone. I popped the stopper out of here so I could get every last little drop out that I could, and this is completely cleaned out. I was really happy about that. So this one, no surprise, it was gone super fast. I think I just had a little bit left at the bottom at the last update. I'll include all of the, you know, like the intro video as well as the update video that I filmed down in the description box for you, but I was really happy that I have a lip gloss crossed off the list. I definitely need to have a couple more moved out before the end of the year, I think, personally, but one down. Another item that I was really excited to finish off, not because I didn't enjoy this product, I actually really love this product, and I'll probably, in the future, the distant future, I'll end up repurchasing this, maybe during the VIB sale when I can get 20% off, but this is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss Lip Butter, and this one was actually sent to me through the Octoly website from Sol de Janeiro, but I did a review on it, and I've just slowly been, you know, using it. When I initially got this product, I really didn't like the shape of it. Like, it's a really big, fat, chunky lip balm, and when you first open it, it's quite sharp and blunt on the end of it, but the more that you use it, it definitely rounds out the edges, and it's actually really nice to just slap on, and it's super fast to slap on the lips too. But let me show you here. If I hold it up against the marks here, this first mark was at the intro video. This was at my first update, and then this is where I'm at currently. I have actually began to dig out some of the product from the inside. I might do that a little bit more. If I roll it up all the way, it looks like there's still some product right here, but this is the plastic that holds the lip butter in the container. So I have been digging out some of that, so the only way that I can use this is just to get like my nail scrape in there, get a little out, and then wipe it on that way. So it's a little cumbersome to kind of get product out, but I might just depot everything that's in here, put it in a separate container, and then just finish it off that way. My daughter actually really enjoyed this product too. She would use it sometimes in the mornings if she forgot her chapstick or her lip balm or whatever, so I actually really enjoyed this. This does have the same scent family that the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream does, but this one almost seems to have just a touch more of the caramel scent to it than the pistachio. So it's a slight variation from the Boom Boom Cream, but it's quite similar. If you enjoy the Boom Boom Cream fragrance, then you'd really enjoy this one as well. This smells like the body wash and the Boom Boom Cream, everything in that sort of family. This is what this one smells like, but just with a touch more of a caramel kind of sweeter fragrance to it. This next one, some people would consider this one finished. I think I'm going to work on it for a couple, I don't know, maybe like a week, and it'll be finished off. But this is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 2, which is also called Vanilla. And if you're looking in here, this is all cleaned out. This is, I used that same method to take the stopper out of my lip gloss here. I used that method to pop the stopper out of this concealer, and if you look in here, hopefully you can see it's all cleaned out except for at the very bottom, from about here and up, there's just a little bit trapped at the very end of it, and the wand doesn't reach down in there, so I'll probably just get a very extremely small concealer brush or eyeshadow brush or something, some kind of detailer brush, and get the last little remaining product out of here, use it for a week or so, and this will probably be finished off, and it would probably be featured in my September empties. So technically I'm not considering this one a complete finished product, but it's like 98% of the way finished. Hopefully you can see that this is all cleaned out, and then I just have that little section right up at the top right there that nothing can reach except for something that I'm gonna have to stick down inside the container. So anyway, I'm proud of this one because this one was taking me quite a while. I think this is my third container of this, and I think I finally have just moved on to another concealer that I prefer over this one. The weather down here is just so insanely dry that this does not look good on the skin. No matter what I do, no matter how I prep my skin, no matter how much I moisturize, no matter what primer goes on underneath it, it still just looks too thick, too cakey. Even if I blend it out with like a beauty blender or the Real Technique sponge, nothing makes this look natural on the skin. So I do use this one sometimes on like any areas that I want to be brightened. Underneath the eye area it's just a little too thick and cakey down here in this weather, so I could get away with it when I was living somewhere that had a little bit more humidity in the air. But anyway, this one kind of sort of halfway marked off the list. This next item, I was actually quite surprised about this because this was the one item that I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get even close to being halfway finished with this, but I did a pretty good job. So this is the Victor & Rolf Flower Bomb perfume right here, and this one is their, is it the 3.4? Yeah, 3.4 fluid ounce container of this perfume, and you can see down at the bottom there's just barely anything wiggling around in there. But if you look at my marks here, so that's where I was at the intro, and then I got down to here at that first update, and I am all the way down at that mark there. The bottle, after you get right here, it tapers in, definitely tapers in at quite an angle, and then from here and down it's just glass, so I really don't have very much left in here at all, and I'm thinking this one's probably going to be finished off before the end of September as well, so that's really positive. I really feel like these two will be in my September empties, even though they weren't technically finished at the end date for this seasonal project, but that's okay. I'm okay with where I'm at with those because they're just that close to being finished. This next one, I didn't do as well as I thought I would, but I mean, wearing purple, a purple eyeshadow base every single day just doesn't really cut the cake. So anyway, next up I had my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Orchid, and the lines on here might be a little difficult for you to see, but if you look on the cap here, this is where I was at the intro. This is where I was at the first update, and then I had a new product come in from Kiko, and it was like a dual colored eyeshadow, like a little square eyeshadow, but it was two different shades together. I did a whole get ready with me video with that. I'll link it up in the cards up there in case you were curious to see how I was incorporating this in, but I was using it for, you know, a little bit more frequently the last little while because I have been combining it with that. But this is where I'm at currently with this product, so let me get it lined up right. There you go. That's where I'm at right now. So I definitely have a little bit to go, but I don't think that it's going to take very long. That is a very small amount of product left in here, and you can essentially put this underneath pretty much anything because, let me give you a little demonstration here. So if you just put it on your eye, that is what it looks like there. But if you blend it out and you blend it over the eyelid area, it kind of, you know, just adds this really nice kind of lilac, kind of purpley shimmer underneath your shadows. So if you have anything that has some kind of a purple tone to it, this will bring out more of the purple shades and purple tones to your eye look. So even though this one was not finished, I'm still not bummed about it. I definitely think that this one can be finished off either by the end of September or most certainly by mid-October, and it'll be in my October empties. So there was that one. And then this last item definitely had the least amount of progress overall throughout the entire project. I'm just really not in the mood to do full face of makeup every single day, but when I am in that mood, this is a really nice powder because it not only can you build it up and use it as a powder foundation, but you can also use it to set, like if you're just putting concealer down and then you just go over it with this, it works really well that way. Or if you just want to powder certain areas of your face, you're not getting oily if you have oily skin. But regardless, this is my Bare Minerals original powder foundation, and it's hard to tap it down, but I tapped it down earlier. And let me show you my markings here. So right here, this top line that would go all the way across, that top line, that's where I was at the intro. The second one is where I was at that update video. And then right down here, I tried to make as straight a mark as I could, but I got down to about right there. So I feel like I did okay. This one's definitely gonna take a little bit more work to finish it off, but it's a product that I still enjoy. I think this is my third container of this because I had finished off some of the, I cannot recall if I finished off 1 or 2 of the original Bare Minerals powder foundations, and then I finished off one of the matte versions as well. So I've went through a couple of these in my life. I really do enjoy it. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this as much as they used to, but it's a really beautiful powder, and if you have a kabuki brush, you can kind of just buff it around on the skin, and I feel like it looks beautiful on the skin. So anyway, that was my final product for this challenge. Didn't go nearly as well as I would have hoped it to, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes the challenges are fantastic and everything's finished off, and sometimes you have just a couple stragglers hanging on. So anyway, that was how I did with my Finish 5 by Fall for 2017. Let me know how you guys did. I'm seeing a couple of them trickle in. I know it's a couple days after the first day of fall, but I thought I would get this out to you guys as soon as I could get some high-speed internet. So anyway, that was it. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.